Good morning, Standard 9. Now today's class we will start. This is only the syllabus what you have to study in this chapter. This is the syllabus. You have to do along with Khilji is market regulation. Now when we speak about the market regulation, he controlled the market. Okay, market regulation means he controlled the market. He had three separate markets in Delhi only, one for the cattle, slaves, horses, one for the costly clothes, okay, and one for the food grains. So separate market. He appointed the special officers, okay, special officers were appointed to supervise the market so that the shop owners should not take any extra money from the customers. Okay, and no cheating in the weights and measures. So this was the market control policy where he controlled the market. Next is Deccan expedition. He was the only ruler of Delhi Sultanate who expanded his empire in the Deccan. Malik Kafur was sent to Deccan. He was the general, okay, slave general of Alauddin Khilji. He was sent to Deccan. Okay, so Deccan territories were annexed, but it was returned back to the same rulers because they accepted his overlordship and agreed to pay the tribute. So Alauddin Khilji was not interested in annexing his territories in the southern. He was more interested in money. So he collected the money. Okay, so this you have to remember under the Deccan expedition. The next you have measures against nobility. Now several measures were adopted by him. But what was the reason that this measure against nobility was adopted by him? The nobles, when he became the ruler, the nobles revolted against him. So when the nobles revolted, he tried to control the nobles by not allowing, they were not allowed to hold parties or festivities without the permission of Alauddin Khilji. They were not allowed to have the parties, festivities or marriages without the permission of Alauddin Khilji. Then they were not allowed to use wine or any type of intoxicating drinks. Gambling was not allowed and gamblers were given a severe punishment. Then the soldiers were stopped. He stopped giving land to the soldiers. Instead, the soldiers were given cash. Okay, land was not, earlier we see that land grant was given. Land grant stopped. And now he started paying his soldiers. He started giving the cash to his soldiers. Next, he had established a very efficient spy system to check his nobles. So nobility, you have to remember the nobles were not allowed to have the parties or festives or have marriage without permission of the emperor. Wine, intoxicating drink was banned, gambling was banned, and gamblers were given the severe punishment. Then he had a very good spy system to check these nobles. Next we have military reforms. Now military reform you have to study. Under the military reform you have to study that he had a very large standing army. He maintained a large standing army, very powerful ruler. Okay. So here he imported a high quality of horses in his army. So he started the two new systems in military. In his military he started two new systems. One was the Dag system, another was the Chehra system. Branding of horses means Dag system, and description of the soldiers, it's like identity card. Descriptions of the soldiers was the Chehra system. Okay, he himself recruited the soldiers in his army. Next we have revenue reform. Okay, next is revenue reform. Now he brought all the land of his empire under his control. Land of his empire was under his control. So after measuring the land, he fixed the share of the ruler. Measuring the land, he fixed the share of the ruler. Means कितना उसका share होगा. Okay. And it was fixed 1/3 to 1/2 of the total produce. 1/3 to 1/2 of the total produce, and he demanded to pay the tax in cash. Okay, not in kind, and he appointed a special officer to collect these taxes. Now after his death, after Alauddin Khilji's death, we see that Malik Kafur, he tried to become powerful, but he was killed by the nobles. He was not like that. He tried to annex the throne. So Malik Kafur was killed, and then we see that slowly Khalji dynasty became weak, and the governor of Dipalpur, Ghazi Malik, he ascended the throne. Governor of Dipalpur, Ghazi Malik, he ascended the throne, and he started a new dynasty which is known as Tughlaq dynasty. Ghazi Malik, when he became the ruler, he assumed the title Ghiasuddin Tughlaq. So what was the title which was assumed by him? Ghiasuddin Tughlaq. But here he also, we don't know exactly whether it was a pre-planned murder or it was an accident. Pre-planned murder or it was an accident, we don't know. But then when he returned back after the victory, his son Jonah Khan, he arranged a welcome party. So here a big pavilion, wooden pavilion was built. So the moment his elephant put his stepped on the wooden pavilion, what happened? The wooden pavilion collapsed, and he had fallen from there and died. So his death. So after his death, we see Junna Khan became the ruler who became popular with the name Muhammad bin Tughlaq, and as per the historians, he was known as Mad Sultan, wise but mad Sultan. Now what is the reason that he is called wise but mad Sultan? It's because he introduced so many policies: transfer of capital, token currency, taxation in dual. So many policies were introduced by him, but all these policies failed. Now you say transfer of capital. Transfer of capital, he shifted his capital from Delhi to Devagiri. Reasons very simple. Devagiri was centrally located, so it was easy for him to rule from there. Second, Mongol invasion was going on. So, and third was Delhi was in the grip of famine. These three reasons were there. He shifted his capital. But then when he shifted his capital, decision was good, but it was implemented in a wrong manner because he lacked practical experience. So here, when he shifted his capital, he asked the people also to shift. And lot of people died on the way only before they could reach to Devagiri. Devagiri, when he reached and he realized that people are still facing the problems, again he shifted the capital and asked the people to shift. So it was a loss of life as well as property. This is transfer of capital. Next we have token currency. Next we have token. In the next video, we'll discuss about token currency, taxation in Doab, and plan of conquest, and we'll complete the chapter. Okay? Thank you.